Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I'm going to share with you an amazing bone and leg roast. It is so juicy and it is so tasty that you try it again and again. And I have many ways of making leg roast, but this one is an all-bake leg roast. Usually I also have other methods of doing it. I boil the leg for 1 hour and then I roast it for 1.5 or 2 hours. This one I have baked through and through. So what I'm going to use are as follows. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of hot pepper paste. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of black pepper. I'll add some lemon juice to it, half a cup ideally. You can adjust according to the size of your leg. I had a very big sized leg, so I've taken these ingredients accordingly. You can reduce or increase according to the size of your lamb leg. Next I'm going to add garlic. You can use chopped. I have chunky garlic, so I'm going to add that. I've used 6 tablespoons of chopped garlic. It is finely chopped, as you can see over here. You can use the garlic paste or powder. Next we add some salt. You can use as much salt as you like. I like to keep my salt a little bit on the lower end. I don't use too much salt in my recipes, but you can adjust according to your taste. Then we add 4 tablespoons of onion powder and I'm using 3 to 4 tablespoons of ginger powder as well. Add 4 tablespoons of cayenne pepper. Also add 3 to 4 tablespoons of coriander powder. Now add half a cup of oil and give it a good mix. And if it is too thick, you can add just a bit of water by tablespoons, or you can add a tablespoon or 2 of vinegar as well if you like. Apply this mixture generously on the leg. Apply it thoroughly, give it a good rub, and place some deep cuts on your leg so the mixture would penetrate inside the meat. And your leg should be at room temperature, it should not be frozen. And keep it outside for about 1 to 2 hours and then you can freeze it. I have marinated this leg for about 7 days. So apply the mixture very generously on both sides, don't leave any part. Don't worry if you're left with a little bit of the mixture that we made, because while we are cooking it, we will be putting that mixture back onto the leg again. And when we cook it, some of the masala, some of the spices, they fall off from the leg into the pan. So what I tend to do is that while I'm cooking, while I'm baking, and I take it out of the oven to flip it or something like that, I take the opportunity and I put the mixture that's left over to put it back on to the leg. Now we take such a big pan and we'll place some water about an inch thickness, and not too much, not too less, and then we'll put the leg on top of the grill, and then we're going to put it in the oven. For the oven settings, we have 325 to 350 degrees. We bake it for 1 hour on one side and then we flip it. After about 3.5 hours of baking, this leg is ready. It is very juicy, and the water that we had at the base, we are also going to use that water. I'm going to boil some rice, and I'm going to leave the rice when they're half done, and then I'm going to take the water that was at the base of the pan in which we cooked the leg, and I will use that water and complete the cooking of the rice in the oven. So now our leg is ready. Let's get busy with it. I'm gonna start cutting it, and with the rice I'm gonna add some raisins and some almonds, and I'm gonna serve those spicy rice with this beautiful leg. This is amazing. It smells heavenly. The meat is tender. When I put on the marinade, I also added some tenderizer right at the stage when I took it out of the freezer and let it sit. So it's optional. If you want to use tenderizer, then you will use it 1 or 2 hours before you put it in the oven. You don't have to put the tenderizer when you're freezing it with the marinade for 7 to 8 days like I did. You need to put the tenderizer on just before 1 hour or 2 hours before you intend to bake it. That's what I did, and that really helped me with the baking process. It's juicy, it's tender, and it smells so good and it tastes even better. I hope you guys will try this recipe. It is so simple, and the marinade can even be used as any barbecue or grill marinade for chicken or any other meat as well.